7-yard line. Prescott looks to throw right away. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And we knew that they'd try to attack the secondary, but I'm not sure that we thought they'd do it right on the first drive of the game. But here they saw an opportunity, seized it, and it's a big play right off the bat.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. Play action now, Prescott. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's brought down. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up first and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Touchdown! Albert Okwuegbunam. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Cowboys put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. The Jaguars at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From just shy of midfield, Lawrence going right side here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Pilot, 54,
They go play action now. Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, Lawrence. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ballard. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Here we go, kill. Here we go, 46.
On play action, Prescott He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Come on, set.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
Here we go, set. Hey, Alpha. Let's go.
From midfield now, Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
2 jet bombers. 2 jet bombers. Fire.
They'll try and run the option left side. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Lawrence will throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On play action, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
Here we go, 47.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On second down, a run with Etienne. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Hey, Orbit. Way to go. Fine.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? And we just saw their first one of this game.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And his kick is good. I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, 47.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Hey, kill. 47.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacted the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
He's going to air one out. And this is caught. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From just inside the 20, a short kick.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Room here to run. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, certainly they haven't had the ideal first half, but there's some momentum for them to take into halftime.
Yeah, and it might not be that wild momentum, that you see sometimes where they score late and teams go sprinting off and the whole deal. No, it might not be that, but it does give them a better feeling about themselves and what they can accomplish in the second half.
Extra point right down the middle. And this is back to an 8-point game. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. Now Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott under pressure. They got him again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They go play action with Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, box up, go.
Lawrence. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down, Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Again, it's Lawrence. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ballard. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was what's commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw is Prescott.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jags will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback in a bit.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. Here's Lawrence. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really? Should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
From the 36, Lawrence. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Second and 12. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Charlie! Hey, C6!
Now Lawrence. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Hey, let's go. 5. Bravo.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Here we go. Set. Yeah. Hey, Hayward. Hey, Alpha. Hey, Orbit. Hey, Foxtrot. Go. Hey,
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. The clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
Yeah, knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
This is fielded at the 7. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
Here we go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. Lawrence will throw. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, Lawrence. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That last catch, a big one. It puts him officially right at 300 yards receiving. An amazing performance we're witnessing. Prescott on first down. Forced out to his left. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And that will keep this a 15-point game. Now, this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game. And that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got room at the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Now Lawrence on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And he comes back with one complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Hey, Charlie! Hey! Hey, see the stick! See the stick!
It's a throw again is Lawrence. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.